LootBet, online esports betting. Dota, CSGO, Overwatch, Hearthstone, and many more. Bet on tournament matches or in-game events while viewing them live. Deposit using money, bitcoins, or even skins. Join LootBet now. Use the code you see here when you deposit and grab your bonus.
Welcome back to the StarLadder ImbaTV Invitational here, of course, in Chongqing. It's been a pretty interesting day so far. We had our first map of the series between TyLoo and Scars Absolute, and it really wasn't quite the thriller we were hoping for our morning game. It was a little bit more one-sided. We saw TyLoo pretty much shut them down after the Scars won the pistol. It was pretty much a clean sweep from there, I think, to be honest. Hopefully, going into cash, it's going to be something just a little bit stronger.
Yeah, you would hope that with this being the pick of the Scars Absolute team from Japan, that they'd have a little bit better of a chance at being competitive, but we will have to see, as certainly TyLoo are no strangers to playing cash. We're going to see an aggressive push here towards B, and unfortunately for Scars Absolute, it's not panned out. In fact, it's gone all horribly wrong.
This has just not worked out, has it?
Not at all. Not even close. They didn't even barely do any damage, and they've lost 3 players in the process. This round's pretty much done and dusted.
Yeah. I'm not sure what there is more to say, to be honest.
Really not. I think we've covered all bases.
We've pretty much covered every out there. Like, Laz at least is going to hold CT, maybe try and do some damage, but no, they're not even going to get a single kill. TyLoo pretty much just flexed on them.
That was fast, almost CSGO fast, maybe.
Wow.
Go check them out. Free stuff. Got him.
Love to see it. Love to see it.
Winner of map 2. I don't even know if that's fair. Like, that's. I mean, I think TyLoo might even be a more heavy favorite than that. But fair enough. Certainly, it does illustrate that they are in agreement with us that TyLoo was likely the victor.
Would you take those loot bet odds though? I mean, still, that's like 1 to 3 effectively.
I mean, I would just take the safe bet on TyLoo 100%. But anyway, obviously wouldn't get as much payout on that because they're such a heavy favorite. But you know, either way, we are now getting into a round where Scars Absolute are going to be forced up with the pistol armor. They're actually trying to be aggro B again, and DT will just take care of them by himself. So that has not panned out again.
Yeah, it's almost like we're starting to get into a PUBG game. Pounds going up. Got to make some more bad jokes to try and fill time as really nothing really kind of happening, to be honest. We're seeing kind of utility used on towards A, but ultimately it's just simple pickings for TyLoo, right? Like, very, very comfortable stuff. They are just going to walk out onto the site. Flash is good, leaves them completely blind. They do sneak in 1, but Ball's actually getting a second, looking towards Highway. If he had some more left in the chamber, could have been spicy. But no triple kill. Means that he is going to be shut down, leaving just Laz, nearly getting spotted by DD, but he's given a welcome chance to try and find that flung eagle up towards Highway, but it will not connect. His head pretty much going to be put on the chopping block as the SMG AK combo going to chase him down.
And this round is probably going to go roughly the same as the last 2 and could even be quicker, as Scars Absolute are just going to be on USPs, trying to save up for the opening gun round.
TyLoo obviously want to make a lot of money. That's a given here, but I think overall, probably feeling very confident.
I'm just looking to do some type of quick push on B again, get some mid control as well, so definitely the B split is in the cards. And again, this one should go over pretty quickly.
I mean, look at how aggressive they got. Straight through
somebody's just,
no care in the world. Oh, you're pushing A main? That's adorable. Just going to mow you down with an AK.
And they're not going to get to keep that AK, I don't think, either. I'm sure TyLoo's going to be making sure that they stop them from carrying that over.
The great thing about this round is look at the bomb. Look at that. That should show you how TyLoo just don't really care about actually planting. They're just going to hunt them down and kill them. This is a real bloodthirsty play.
Yeah, there you go. So no AK save by Scars Absolute. Now we're going to get into our first gun round. We'll see what Scars Absolute can do. They don't have money. I mean, they don't have money for an op unless Crow goes glass cannon, so it's going to be 5 rifles. And this map, I think, better illustrates how patient and how more default TyLoo usually is. You're going to see DD play outside B pretty much every round. Mo's typically going to be playing, you know, kind of mid-A with Excurate and Bentet. Somebody's always playing door. So they have a very established, like, 1-3-1 default they play from a lot. Now, I do wonder if they're going to stray away from that, though, because I feel like the overconfidence is probably there that they could just run over Scratch Salute with aggression. But no, it looks like so far they're opening up fairly default.
Pretty typical TyLoo.
Yep. This is kind of the new look TyLoo under Excurate. A lot more patient, a lot more methodical.
I really like it as well. I want to see it against some tier 1 opposition. See if it really is going to be the TyLoo upset era. It is definitely capable, I think, with a leader like
because
Excurate.
like I remember like old school TyLoo would just rush B with 5 players right now. Like that was kind of like old school TyLoo back when they still had like attacker and such in the team before like Flash got formed. Evolved a little bit since then, obviously, but under Excurate, they picked it up a notch as far as being able to play slower CS.
Just tactical depth on a whole, I feel.
Yep. Still have the ability to be explosive as well when need be. So they're trying to give Excurate a chance to see if he can find a pick with this op. No one's going to give him any vision just yet. They will take mid control over here on TyLoo.
Yeah, it's pretty much gifted up to him now on a silver platter the minute they see the rotation come away from Poem.
They're going to go for the B split now. To this house mid control, they've pushed Highway back, and now they're looking to knock in on this B site. Where one player's already very low on HP, to Cage.
This is going to be rough for them. I mean, Cage swings out, loses his head straight away. Crow doesn't even want to take the fight towards CT, just instantly runs towards Heaven, but little does he know it's smoked off and set ablaze. There's no way in for Scars right now. They are just completely pushed back.
Yeah, they don't have a kit either to retake with, and they're very low on utility. If they don't find a pick soon, they may just have to back off and save some Enforce, to be honest.
I think they already save, to be honest.
I would, actually, yeah. Because you just don't have a kit, you don't have the utility, but they could find maybe some quick kills out of Heaven, maybe make it work. Now you save. Too much time has passed.
I don't dig this right now. Just going to swing anyway. They're going to try and force the issue. Poem doing a bit of damage, or at least going to be good for 2.
They can't win now. So they'll get out with 2 M4s.
DD's just going to drop down behind them, though, or just wait and catch them as they try and cross.
Did he get boosted into Heaven or something? I don't think he went through CT spawn to get there. Maybe he did push through CT whenever they ran out of Heaven into sight. Either way.
Very TyLoo play, or DD play in that matter, looking at how he approached the end of map 1.
So no M4s get saved for Scars, so they will be on just a save here, and 5-0 start very likely for TyLoo. See,
that's the thing, right, for TyLoo in that round. They don't really care about how much they save, because in their mind, they're going to win this game. They're super confident. So they're not really thinking about building up their economy. I mean, they've got AK on Captain Mo anyway, so it's not the end of the world. However, they know that if they can get rid of all of those M4s, that these Scars in this position, where it is just pistols. So they're more than happy for Scars to push into them and get a kill or 2. It's not the end of the world. Actually plays better for them.
Yeah, just looking to get control of middle. Already have caught 1 kill out here. Again, shouldn't be expecting too much from Scars Absolute. They don't have anything to really work with in this round. TyLoo still just want to cover all their bases. There's been some aggression from Poem here with the armor and 5-7 in A main, so maybe he could catch a timing. But outside of that, this should be pretty clean for TyLoo.
Just catching every little overextension, every little push. Mo just going to try and chase down the likes of Crow. Basket position, but again, it's just going to be the trading game here that takes hold. TyLoo just going to get it done nice and quickly. 5-0, where we will go. They're a worrying standpoint already for Scars. The second buy really has to work out for them now. They have to show some sort of promise. Yeah,
the one good thing is they should be able to get an AWP on Laz this time around, and we'll see if he can maybe get going, because he's 0-5 right now. Same with Cage. And again, those two are supposed to be 2 of the best fraggers on this team, so they really need to be finding their groove here if they want to be able to compete against TyLoo, who have so far looked like they're not short on form in this series. But again, we haven't really seen Scars Absolute really get a chance to even get rolling yet, but this could be that round. Again, TyLoo are opening default. They're putting the op that Expert floats around into door. They've already got a pick on an aggressive speaking play. That's Laz's op already down, in fact. It's a bit of a nightmare now for Scars Absolute.
A couple of flashes will find their way out. Somebody able to take down Bass, so far so good at least.
Yeah, he's just winning every 1v1 duel he's been given so far. And now there's no A defense left. The closest thing is Truck. And TyLoo hasn't even pounced yet. Again, they're remaining very patient and disciplined in their play. They're just, you know, making sure they don't give anything up. They're anticipating aggression from Scars, who might be looking to force something.
What's interesting is Takeej just gets aggressive by sitting in a smoke in B main. Which is a decision itself, with no information on what's coming either, though still will back away. Coming towards CT off the back of those mollies being thrown, obviously wanting to kind of get ready for an attempt at a retake.
What?
It's awkward that your only kill in the round comes from a team
Hello?
kill on TyLoo.
How did...
Somebody was low, it was a little spread from
Okay.
the molly. You know, it was
Interesting.
one of those things. I think it was like, what, 13 HP, and the
Yeah,
molly spread an awkward angle.
Yeah, he definitely did take a lot of heat getting those 2 kills from door.
I mean, look at DD, dude.
Oh, he's licking his chops. He knows what he's about to be delivered.
Nice and deep in the back of TyLoo.
Indeed. As it is now 6-0 for TyLoo. And I mean, here's the one thing that was neat about that, at least, is TyLoo, I mean, they get a 5-on-3. Most teams would just go, but they still, look at how methodical they still were. They still were patient. They still threw all their Molotovs and stuff like that inside the site.
Still playing smart.
Yeah, they're still playing disciplined, smart CS, exactly. They're still using their utility. They're still doing what they would do in maybe a 5-on-5 situation, just to make sure that they're taking it safely and not giving any way back in for Scars Absolute. So, again, I respect the discipline that's there for TyLoo right now in Drexcrit.
Thing is, what sucks about those rounds, and just that style of Counter-Strike really, is that finding your way in for Scars becomes increasingly more difficult.
Yeah, I mean, another round where they're not going to have much to work with here, so 7-0 is certainly very likely at this point. Oh my god.
Oh,
no, please get another one.
Go on, somebody, go on. You love it. You just love it. He's having a field day. Honestly, it just doesn't get better than that.
Oh man, talk about adding salt to the injury.
Wow, TyLoo 7-0.
Laz doing his best Daniel Craig impression right now. Not a good time to do it, not the right setting, as he's 007. And there you see it again from somebody. Almost got a third if he would have took the shot at the cage as well. Oh, man. Of course, it was an eco, so it's expected that TyLoo would just crush, but definitely some antics involved in it there.
Yeah, I mean, something one has to make it a comical scoreline, because Scars certainly aren't. Just getting absolutely slaughtered right now. There really isn't.
There you go.
Behind this,
he's
Laz
on the board.
A good opener, but left blind straight away and not really going to be pressured. TyLoo now looking already to find that pick elsewhere. And look at how that's also changed the positions of Scars. They've still got 2 players towards B. Very undecided Crow, who seems to be kind of bopping between sitting in connector and going up towards Carp.
DD using that smoke to his advantage to sneak into checkers. Laz's op is already off of B, so DD will have a one-on-one against Cage inside the site if he decides to peek out. So he has very good control over towards B on this default, much deeper than normally B players get on default. But TyLoo's not deviating from it. They're still kind of in the holding pattern they normally are in, trying to get some later mid control, and they do get it. Again, good utility uses to clear out barrels and smoke off, so they're definitely checking all the boxes, right?
Just going to pop flash themselves up towards Highway. Laz instantly pushed back because of that. Your peak foiled. A very patient DD, waiting for a chance to strike. Smoke to be thrown. The beat split comes in pretty much wholeheartedly at this point. They just wrap on in. Takeej dead to rights on the back of the site. Crow going to be traded up from upper as well. Poem, don't peek this. This is not the peak you want to be making right now. Oh, making it work to at least drop the bomb. The smoke going to bloom right in his eyes, though. It's a fair play to him, at least, for squeezing that pick through. But a ballsy fight, nonetheless. Plant obviously found for TyLoo now, as they do try and hold on desperately. The 7-0 streak. Molly from Poem could certainly be problematic at just pushing Likes of Bentet further forward. Flash is leaving them completely blind. Bentet finding nothing. DD just holding on to the round, though, through grit. Just one more kill on the line. It's Laz with the AWP. Shot to be fired. Now DD knows what is up. Swings into him, though.
Good job there by Laz. Got an early pick at the very beginning of the round. The AWP rotated it off and comes back and wins the 1v1 clutch there against DD. So
it's an interesting choice from DD to swing into that AWP after hearing that it is an AWP, then decides to take the repeak as well.
Yeah, I don't know. It's always hard to judge 1v1s. It's like there's really no right or wrong choice a lot of the time in those. Like you're just trying to mind game your opponent, maybe just the confidence that, hey, we've been out-aiming these guys all day long, like I should be able to win this fight. Laz has had an off game. You know, he's only 1-7 as he was going into that duel, so definitely could be a lot going on there. But here's the thing. StarLadder need to make sure they don't get reset because they had to rebuy 4 players. So getting a reset here would be devastating. Could lead to TyLoo basically going up 9-1 before Scars Absolute could make any purchases again. And that would be, again, a very one-sided scoreline to fight against, even worse than what they were dealing with on Inferno. So while they got their first round, and the first round can sometimes be the hardest, they're certainly not out of the woods yet. And TyLoo certainly don't seem to be looking to change anything. Just, again, keeping the same default, which, again, this is the new look TyLoo. When I've watched them play Cash in the past with Excurate in-game leading, it's been very much the same as this. I like to just be very reactive. Every now and then you see a fast execute from them. Again, they do have the ability to change the pace, but again, they're very comfortable just kind of mid-rounding.
I also think overall it's dependent on the team, right?
Yeah.
If you need to change the pace. And I think right now against Scars, it kind of speaks for itself that it works. I mean, Poem did just get pre-fired through a mid-smoke. So really, what can you do?
Kurt's already taken down a player as well here inside of A main, who was trying to play around a smoke. Laz has been flushed out of his position, but still might get a shot. Misses, though. Misses again. That's going to be enough for somebody to pounce. You can't be missing opportunities like that. You're not going to be given very many of them. And it just piles on.
Not looking good. How do you bring things back now after this reset? I mean, you're going to have nothing left. I
mean, again, if they can get an AWP in the Laz's hands again, which they're obviously not going to be able to do for
but it's
another
banking
round.
On one successful pick that he found in that round, which
yeah.
I don't want to say is coincidence.
At least that's a catalyst to get you started in a round. Like, you can't always count on that, but you can maybe use it as kind of like a spark to get like the morale up or whatever. At least get Laz more involved because typically he is the best fragger for this team, and right now he's one of the worst fraggers in the server. So maybe that's what he needs to like get into a rhythm. But they're actually going to force buy this round with pistols and armor. And I mean, you're struggling to win gun rounds, so I don't know if this is the right choice. I think you should be trying to manage your economy, make sure you get a couple more good buys this half.
Honestly, I think they just looked at the scoreline, thought, right, we need to do something, and then they tried to come up with a bold idea, which is why they're going for this kind of counter boost, aggressive mid play. But they bailed from the counter boost instantly. But they didn't hear any sound cues in their main to.
And look, it's the pacing change from TyLoo. A very quick A execute. No one's actually here. So this is the perfect read from TyLoo.
Yeah, it works out so well. And the frustrating thing is, if Scars actually went for the counter boost, they would have been right in behind him in A main, right up in their grill with those CZs, and it could have been actually a successful round. But for some reason, I'd love to know what it would be. They cancelled that counter boost. And they didn't get any sound cues from A main.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
So
hard to know what happened there.
It's a shame, though, because, yeah, they would have been right behind them. They trust to punish those players in their main, get that squeeze in. And instead, they find pretty much absolutely nothing. TyLoo continuing to blast on forward. And that's the Scars Absolute side, who pretty much are going to be 10-1 down.
Man, to Cage 0-0-10. Laz 2-0-9. And again, those are normally some of the best fraggers for this team.
0-0-10.
Yeah, typically, like, Poem and Bars are kind of the weaker links in the team, and they're actually the best fraggers for the team right now. So this is not looking good for Scars Absolute, who will now finally take a full save.
What's the mentality of a player who's 0-10?
I don't know.
That is... It's going to be rough. It really sticks on your mind, I think, not having a kill, right? Having even one kill is better than having nothing.
It definitely can become a mental block, and it definitely can become like a self-fulfilling prophecy where it keeps you on that path because it just is, like you said, it's boiling your brain that you haven't done anything yet. Obviously,
we are going to see TyLoo just clear out A using this highway presence of Mo just to pretty much check everything off.
Yep, they'll soon find that A is completely open for the taking as well. It's a 5-man stack by Scars Absolute on B. Again, and around like this, you kind of have to gamble to have a chance to win. And yeah, DD now knows what's up. But it's going to be basically a shooting spree for him with an AK. Might eventually get overwhelmed, but doesn't look like it.
This is DD's field day right here.
Yep, just stat padding a little bit.
That warms up for a game.
Yep. Laz hoping that because he let Captain Mo pass, that someone else will walk up and be unaware, and he'll be able to get a free kill. About the best he can hope for, really.
Before they come from CT, though, make his life. Yeah, that's really awkward.
Oh, I think he was spotted by Mo there. Yeah, he's done. So 10-1 for TyLoo. Looking like they are about to send Scar's Absolute home very soon, unless this buy from the team of Japan can finally get them going a little bit. Still not going to have an AWP available, though, because of that force buy in the previous round. Took out some of the money from their wallets, and so they have to just go with a 5-rifle one in this one.
It looks like we are going to see, again, a change of pace from TyLoo. They want the A site. They don't care anymore. It's going to be just a 5-man push. Bas is going to be there to drop one dead as they do come out. Line them up, knock them down, though. X-Accurate making it look simple as ever with the AWP. Crow and Laz, though, they've got this back flank. They've tried to do it with pistols. They bail with rifles. Actually in a much better position here. Seems like they're aware of that fact. Good molly, but Laz still has the jump. Lines up for one, but somebody on fire right now. Forces a 1v1 DD versus Crow.
So finally a chance for Scar's to win around. Very chaotic over towards A, but it now comes down to this moment. Crow, usually one of their performers for this team with Laz. He's had an off game so far. We'll see if he can step up to the plate and drive this one home. Scar's absolutely need this round. This has been one of their best chances they've had to get around. Can he sneak up on DD? Might be able to creep out here. DD may not be aware. Oh, the timing. It's going to come down to timing.
You hate to see it.
A game of milliseconds, man. If you would have been a little bit quicker, maybe DD's still staring at truck, but unfortunately he got timing striked, and so it's going to be 11-1 for TyLoo as they keep marching towards the finish line. So here's the odds for winning pistol round.
I think those Lubet odds are actually...
Those are rough. I would definitely spend TyLoo again very easily. Absolutely. Absolutely. I think they should have maybe given like more odds towards Scar's Absolute, like make it a little bit more tempting. Because 1.76 comeback, yeah, definitely put it on TyLoo.
Yeah, always a safe bet. Somebody just going to execute them.
Yeah, I mean, he heard them stampeding through, so it's pretty easy for him just to hold the angle, and Bentet even comes over for support to clear out the necks. And again, you know, Scar's Absolute haven't really had an economy this game, so it's another round with just pistols, and so it's easy pickings for TyLoo.
DD just going to close that one down, and there you have it.
At least TyLoo are getting warmed up for Vegas Squadron, I guess. I mean, I don't know what else to say. Again, Scar's Absolute getting much-needed experience, taking those growing pains, coming together as a team. Again, haven't really had a chance to even play the best teams in Asia. Like, I don't even think they never played TyLoo before, for example. I don't think they've ever really played MVPPK either. So it's not like they've even had a chance to play against the top teams within their own region.
Have they played the Rekka or Signature?
I don't know. I know they've played like Mongols and like Eclipse, I think, and like some of the other teams in Asia, but they've never played TyLoo again. So we've already mentioned that. And even in some of the other play, like I think they played against Vici before. They've played against Mongols before. So they played against like some of the names we know.
Yeah, they got 16-3 to the Extreme Land event as well, which is obviously Elan back in October.
Yeah, most of their wins are against like teams you've probably never heard of.
2-0 by Vici.
Yeah, like I said, they've had a win before online over Mongols, but that's really the only one of note. So again, it wasn't expected to do much, but they have a buyback back in this round. Laz has AWP again.
Got 3 players on A as well.
Yeah, somebody went really aggressive in A by himself that round. He was trying to just do a lot on his own. Doesn't get caught, and this might crack open the door a little bit for Absolute to get another round.
I think they're just going to go B.
Yeah, it seems that way, doesn't it?
TyLoo will just take the dogfight and hope for the best with Crow up towards upper.
Just go ahead and hit it quick before Scar's Absolute gets a chance to get information and rotate.
Yeah, Crow, that's a big pick to find. Full back towards headshot now. Play it smart, drop the molly through as well. Or repeak after repeak.
He thought that Molly was going to keep him covered for something, but it didn't. Bentet doing the counter boost to come back out middle.
This is big.
From Checkers.
Connector.
If he flanks in, yeah, exactly. Or they might just fall back and go A with this. Bentet's going to post up middle, hold for rotates, give his team a chance to send the other two with the bomb back through A main. Now Bars will make it back to truck, so he'll be able to watch them come out. But I think there's actually smoke still down on A.
There is, yeah. There's 2 smokes there.
They throw those from useless. Oh no, the smokes are down.
Faded now. Trusted in the map. Even then, though, Bentet's position is just so powerful.
And you really can't blame Scars. They had to over-rotate there. Like, they're so far down, and you're getting a lot of information. TyLoo were hitting the site. You feel like you got to just get everyone there, give yourself a best chance to win. And TyLoo uses that to their advantage to just counter-boost out of that and get back over to A. And now to Cage, stuck in a 1v3. Some low-health players in front of him, but he can't connect the dots. And so it's TyLoo up 12-1, continuing to dominate this series.
Yeah, pretty rough so far. Dustin, what's your favorite skin in CSGO? Could be a knife, could be a gun, could be anything. You were looking at skins last night, so you're trying to...
I don't know. I like the animation of like using the butterfly knife in the game, like when you're inspecting it and stuff like that. When you're spinning it around.
Well,
I don't know why.
You can always go to Hellcase if you want to have a crack at opening up a knife case and get yourself a butterfly knife.
There you go.
There you go.
Indeed. Use that promo code ASLTV to get some free stuff.
It's a free case, right? So,
yeah. I think CSGO Fast does the same thing. They can use the promo code. Same with LootBet. So just get on those sites, use SLTV. Give you a chance to get in the game, as Scars certainly aren't getting in this game.
Yeah, they're getting bodied.
Yeah, they are
26 seconds is all it took. I mean, that says a lot.
Yeah.
Short and sweet.
Yeah. As again, we do have 2 more best of 3s coming up today. After this is over, we still have to, I think it's what, Boot Dreamscape takes on Flash. That's another elimination best of that's coming up after this.
And then Vega.
And then Vega will play what looks to be TyLoo, unless we see like a crazy comeback here from the team of Japan.
They don't seem that into it either, even.
Yeah, I mean, I think they know that they're just delaying the inevitable at this point.
Yeah.
But again, pistol round victory could maybe create a spark. But we will see here and now as it does tick down and the pistol round is among us.
What is the play going to be? All right, going to put 3 players up on the boost. This is kind of like a Fnatic pistol here, but instead of going towards A, they're going towards B.
Yeah, normally I like to put someone door and like pull a tension highway to pull an A player off. That way it makes it easier for you to get up middle. But they're not going to do that, and Captain Mo's already found a couple of kills. Let's get taken down through the smoke, but 4-on-3 still in favor of TyLoo.
This is going okay. They're trading blows. It could be worse. So you have got Takeesh still on connector. Issue is that bomb is all alone towards B, and it kind of needs some support. Takeesh, gonna lose his head anyway. And there it is, just Bars on 1v2. Can get the bomb down though, that's going to be priority here. That's right, just going to try and catch them by surprise. That Quack has a chance to get a 1v1 here if it can land the shot, but finding nothing, it is going to go 15-1.
Yeah, and of course they're going to force by this next round. They'll have a little bit more to it thanks to the bomb plant, but again, you still have to march 14 rounds in a row just to get an overtime, just to have a chance at the 3rd map. So certainly the odds are stacked heavily against Scars Absolute at this point. I think this map to be a little bit more competitive than this.
Well, that's interesting. The odds, of course, for our next match coming up there. From LootBet.
That's a tough one to call because both teams' rosters are in weird situations. Like, obviously, Moxie departed but is standing in for this tournament for the Boot Dreamscape guys. And then for Flash, there's rumors going around that they're about to make a big roster change, picking up a couple players from Vici. So I'm not sure where their heads are even at in this tournament. So that's going to be a really weird game. It's going to be very hard to call. That's a scary one.
I think that might be our best of 3 of the day.
I think Vega TyLoo will be really good. I don't know. I think it depends on if Vega find their form, right?
Yeah,
they've been struggling a little bit.
Where it has the chance to go either way, right? It could be incredible or it could be out.
Depends on which Vegas Squadron shows up, or if they show up at all. They've had a tough time at Summit and the end of the E-League Boston Major as this round is about to get wrapped up. Just 1 player left. It's going to be Bars, but good spacing there from TyLoo. Make sure that he doesn't get a chance at 1v1 duels. And TyLoo are going to take it 16-1, so they will avoid elimination. They will be moving on to play Vegas Squadron for our last best of 3 of the day for a chance to make the playoffs. And for Scars Absolute of Japan, their tournament has, unfortunately for them, come to a conclusion.
Definitely a shame, but it is what it is. It's a learning experience, something they can look back on and go, okay, we did this. We had a fair crack at it. That TyLoo did just best us today. So
yeah, again, these players very young, very inexperienced. Cage comes in at like 17 years old. All the others are in their low 20s, and again, they've only been playing together for a little less than a year. They came together, I think, like in June of last year. And again, they haven't even really online gotten to play against a lot of the best teams in their region. So again, this is their first time facing off against TyLoo, who is kind of the de facto #1 team of Asia. So yeah, like you said, gaining experience, kind of learning from this, hopefully. It's hard to learn from a 16-1, I think. I think at that point you just say, we got bodied.
Yeah, but that one is kind of the one you're looking at, I think.
Like Inferno, certainly I think they could take some cues from what happened there. That was a little bit... There was at least some closer rounds, like some 1v1, 2v2 type situations. At least they were in the mix in some of those rounds. But this one, like they weren't even close to win it.
Yeah, they weren't in the game at all. There was no
when that's happening to you, it's like, what do you even do? Like, two of us just got shot through the door before we even saw anybody. So, yeah, definitely a rough
this
map.
Isn't really a highlight reel, more of just a montage really for TyLoo.
Yeah, there was never a round where it even looked like Scars had a chance, except for the round they won, obviously, off of Laz getting a couple of op kills early in the round and got them like an early advantage. But outside of that, there just was nothing else there for them.
Yeah, the whole game looked like a mess.
Mm-hmm.
But, as we've said, we are going to have to try and kind of come back on that in the future. Obviously, it's a hard road ahead for any CSGO team trying to make it to that top-tier level. But in order to get there, you have to lose a whole lot, to be blunt. I think that's a given for the journey for a lot of players. No matter what scene you're playing in, the only way to the top is to ultimately lose a whole lot, learn from it, come back, try harder again next time. And at some point, you've got to get the result you want. You'll land that upset and...
Yeah, as you can see, I mean, no surprise here that TyLoo have 4 players in the top 5 players on the server.
24-6, I mean.
Yeah, he was able just to play outside B and just catch a lot of aggression. And had one round where he just got like 4 kills against USB's rushing. So we got to do a little bit of stat padding there. As we look, again, a little bit deeper at some of the best players in the server.
What's interesting with Bars is Bars seemed like very frustrated at the end of that game. He kind of walked away from it, head in his hands, just like... kind of just unhappy with the end result.
Yeah, I mean, again, I think that they probably knew they were the underdogs coming into this, and I think everyone did. But I think you at least expect to be competitive. Like
you want to put up a fight, right?
Yeah, you want to at least be getting like a respectable round count against an opponent like TyLoo. The fact that they're stars, if you want to call them that, on Scars Absolute never got going. Like Laz never really got going, even though he's supposed to be like their most dependable fragger. Cage was, absent, so was Crow. I mean, those are the other 2 guys who are supposed to be like kind of your leading fraggers. So certainly that is frustrating that I feel like if you're the key players on this team and you didn't even get going at all, you weren't even competitive, I think that is, like, a loss is already hard enough, but then to get beat in that fashion definitely increases it even more.
Yeah, nonetheless, it is going to be a long road for him as they do try and make it work, trying to kind of improve overall as they go for the long and hard grind to make it as that #1 Japanese team.
Yeah, I mean, at least they've secured that. They definitely beat the other teams within Japan to kind of be up there, but maybe they can, figure out more talent in the Japanese scene to help bolster the roster up.
It's the road to international play, right?
Yeah,
I mean, this is just one stop of hopefully many a land for them in the future. They can use this as that point of improvement, which is something we've constantly referred to now, and hopefully things work out for them in the future. It's, I think, more for me, a good farewell.
Yeah, indeed. As we do, again, have 2 more best of 3s going on today. And next is going to be Flash taking on Boot Dreamscape, another elimination best of 3. Then, of course, we have Vegas Squadron and TyLoo playing a decider to see who's going to make it to the semifinals tomorrow. So we have that for you as well towards the end of the day. I'll be here for all of those games. And I have, Flakes here with me for the next best of 3. We'll have Risk coming in for the final best of 3 of the day. I think we might have a bit of a break as that best of 3 certainly went by really fast. So we might have a bit of a break between games. We'll certainly keep you updated on that. But without further ado, we're going to be taking a break until that next match. So stay tuned, folks. We'll be back in a little bit.
LootBet, online esports betting. Dota, CSGO, Overwatch, Hearthstone, and many more. Bet on tournament matches or in-game events while viewing them live. Deposit using money, bitcoins, or even skins. Join LootBet now. Use the code you see here when you deposit and grab your bonus.
over.